Welcome to Crit Sandwich. On Crit Sandwich, four friends play D&D loosely based on our favorite movies, shows, and games. This is episode 12 of Campaign 9. My name is Casey Sears. I am playing in Hogan the Savage. With me tonight is Chuck Ventus.
The game is turning on us. I am playing William Middlebury, who also plays Tolkien Thunder Guy.
With us tonight is Matt Popich.
Hi. I am playing Lila Middlebury, who is playing Gunny Kismet.
And of course, our Dungeon Master, Robbie Ponder.
Hello. Thank you, Casey. Last time on the Curse family, you three plus Mordenkainen started making plans to ambush Strahd. And during dinner, you ambushed him. And didn't do much of what you planned. You guys are still in combat. Everyone is having muddled thoughts. Gunny just turned into a Tyrannosaurus. And Strahd misty-stepped on top of the T-Rex, getting 3 hits in. After Gunny makes those constitution rolls, it's Teddy Bear's turn and initiative.
Roll 1 is a 17.
Are you doing the minus D6 as well?
No, but that one wouldn't have mattered, but now I will. Oh, roll 2 is a 17, so that wouldn't matter either. And roll 3. All right, something's wrong. All 3 were 17s. I don't know what to say. I'm using D&D Beyond. I don't know what to say.
I say we'll take it.
Yeah, I guess. They were 3 17. I'm going to do a 4th just because I want to make sure it's not broken. If it's in the 17 again, then I'm just going to say I failed and something's wrong with this.
Well, I would just say roll with real dice or something.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. No, this one was a 7. All right, 3 17s in a row. I passed.
The T-Rex stands. That's good news. That's really good news.
Yeah, at least for one round.
Yeah, these guys got to get this T-Rex down. Teddy Bear's going to go over there and attack you twice. 20.
Hit.
And then a 5.
Miss. I'm rolling. Okay, now this time the D6 is going to come into play. I roll a 14. Minus 4. So 10.
Nice.
How much damage?
16 damage.
Okay.
And you're up.
Unfortunately, getting something off of my back is probably not a strength of a T-Rex. I'm trying to, as far as using my arms.
So Strahd didn't really use any action or anything like that to get up there. He just mostly used a bonus action. So yeah, I would say if you want to just try to wiggle him off.
Well, I guess we're trying to go after Strahd. I get a multi-attack. I bite one thing and I tail whip another. So I mean, would you say can I use either right now if Strahd is on my back? Or should I use one of them to get him off, would you say?
I would say I'm just going to let you do a bonus action to wiggle him off.
Okay.
If you want to do that, and we'll just see if he falls off. Because he's just standing up there.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I want to do that.
And he will do a dex save to you.
Okay.
We'll just see who rolls higher.
Well, I rolled a 5.
Ooh, I rolled a 6 plus 4.
Okay, I would say my strength is what I would be using.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's plus 7.
Yeah.
So what's that? What's the total?
11.
Then. Okay, so he just kind of slides down as you. We'll just say your strength is you slamming your own body up against some of this building that's still left, and that was your strength there, just thrusting real hard on your body onto the wall, and then Strahd just slides down the tail of you, and he's on the ground now.
All right, well, I'm going to bite Strahd then.
Bite him.
I got 19 plus 7, 26.
That's a hit.
Did you ever attack as a T-Rex? I don't remember.
Have I?
Casey.
I did, and you know what? I made a mistake. Do you want to
Yeah,
let me know?
40, 12 plus 7 is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's fun. The damage is fun, but one of the mistakes I made is you can't use your mouth and your tail on the same target.
Correct. You have to use 2 different ones. So I got 35 plus 7 is 42 damage. And then if the target is medium or smaller, it's grappled. He's like in my mouth.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's actually, or he, but I think this Strahd's fully a he again, right?
Yeah, Strahd's fully he. Again.
Okay.
Now, doesn't he get to do a strength check, or is he just in your mouth?
He is just in my mouth, and on his turn, he can do a DC 17 strength check to get out. Or dexterity.
Okay. What else you got?
Yeah, I can tail whip. I guess I'll tail whip Dad.
All right, whip your dad.
Whip him good. 9 plus 7, 16.
That's a miss.
Alrighty. Yeah, Strahd in my mouth is a little distracting, so I guess I miss him. And then I'll pass turn.
That would be a little distracting.
Yeah, that would be distracting.
And Matt, don't forget you have a wolf man that you can impose disadvantage with.
Make your intelligence save too, Matt, for that synaptic static.
All right, that is a 1. Hey, I rolled well when I needed it. I'll take that.
Yeah. Okay, Tolkien, you're up.
I guess I'm just going to... So, do I have like an effect on me, this synaptic static, or is that just something that happens at the end of my roll? What the fuck is going on?
So you have muddled thoughts for 1 minute, and during that time, you roll D6 and subtract the number rolled from all your attack rolls, ability checks, as well as your Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. You can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of your turn, ending the effect on yourself.
All right, well, I'm going to do something that makes you have to roll, so I don't have to roll.
Good move.
Till I get this off of me. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do just a simple old cantrip.
What? That's all you got?
You think we're in Cantripville here?
I want to do other shit. Let's do, we've got Strahd and we've got Teddy. Those are the 2 people we're fighting right now.
Yes.
All right. I actually want to kind of cast Hold Person on Teddy.
That's a good move.
I want to try and take him out of the fight. And I'll look at him and I'll say, "Son, stop!" And you have to make a wisdom saving throw. So choose a humanoid that you can see within range of the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turn, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On success, the spell ends on the target.
He fails.
Ba-bam! So he just like freezes in his tracks.
Yeah, he's over there scratching on this Tyrannosaurus Rex's foot, and all of a sudden he just pauses right mid-swipe. You got anything else, Chuck?
That's my action, and is everybody's health like good? I'm trying to remember where everybody's health was.
I'm at 52 out of 76, but I'm going to heal myself on my next turn.
My T-Rex is at like half-life, but I wouldn't heal a T-Rex. I mean...
Okay. Yeah, I think that's my turn.
Hogan, you're up. You got your sword flaming. You got teddy bear on the ground, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and Strahd is in the T-Rex's mouth as Mordecadence is about 20 feet away from this cluster happening. What do you do?
Oh boy. It seems like, actually, I was going to heal myself, but hearing this setup sounds kind of interesting. Although I do have that -6 on me right now. Yeah, I'm going to stick with using some of my ointment. So Hogan is going to back up towards one of the walls or something, looking out at the chaos before him, and he's going to pull out a a small jar and slather himself with a Vaseline-like substance and regain.
This isn't your Saturday night, Casey. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Hey, man, gotta oil up just like my old man.
Hey,
I am getting 5 plus 2. I'm only getting 7 health points from that.
oh, it's so
That was
worth it.
That was a really bad roll. I could have gotten up to 18.
Do I need to make any rolls at the end of my turn?
Oh, an intelligence roll to check to see if that spell fades. And that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to make an intelligence.
Yeah, go ahead and both do that.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah.
It's an intelligence saving throw. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. I got a 17 plus 0 for my intelligence saving throw.
What do I need to pass? Because I rolled an 11 for my first roll.
Well, if you say you're using inspiration, you have to use it.
I got a 3 on the other. That's why I was just curious. I just wanted to know what I had to roll.
Casey, what's it like for Hogan to hear these muddled thoughts throughout this combat? And you're actually connecting with your sword hits, and then finally these muddled thoughts in your mind just go away.
Oh, geez. It's not just everything from Ravenloft that has been giving me stress and anxiety. It's not just like the calls of the undead and the weirdness here. It's also like every piece of guilt with my father and my mother, like every like cringe moment I've ever had just kept popping in my head, just reminding me of every fuck up I've ever had. And then all of a sudden I get clarity and I get focus, and I'm ready to do this. I'm back in the fight with 7 additional hit points.
I'm assuming I failed with my 11.
Yes, you're still having muddled thoughts. Is that your turn, Casey?
Yeah. I'm just like, what's the distance of this place? Can I get anywhere in 40 feet, basically? Can I get to Strahd? Can I get to Teddy? Like, I just want to make sure my next turn I can get into the fight.
So I'm picturing the Tyrannosaurus Rex actually biting down on Strahd, and like, it's going to be weird for this T-Rex to have his mouth down on the ground and like, hey, or hit Strahd as I hold him in my mouth. So like, Strahd's going to be up in the air, hard to get, but Teddy Bear is down on the ground.
Yeah, I'll be back against the wall, just kind of checking everything out, flaming sword in hand.
How far away did you move?
I just from the table to the wall. I'm not sure how far we were.
This building is completely destroyed. So we'll say you move about 20 feet because there's wood chunks everywhere, shards of crystals everywhere. The entire air is just filled with these shredded crystals of glitter falling down around you guys as you're having this battle with Strahd.
Yeah, if we're talking half walls, I think I would have ducked to cover to grease myself up.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
And clear my head.
More Cadence is up. And more Cadence is just going to finish Teddy Bear off, attempt to finish Teddy Bear off as he's cast Magic Missile at a 5th level.
Oh, man, he's doing something.
He'll kill this thing like he did that T-Rex in the a couple episodes ago. He'll do another thing.
He's killing him? We don't want him to die, right? Like, why is this guy fucking up our story? Like, Gygax, like, what's going on here? We don't want him to kill my son, right?
You don't want to kill him?
Like, do we want him to, like, do you want him to off your dad? Like my son? Is that what we want?
I think he's dropping him to 0 hit points. I think it's a different story as to whether or not our dad makes it.
So Mordecai, he's starting to charge up some energy in his hand as he sees Teddy Bear being very vulnerable. And you see Tolkien sees this huge energy ball coming into Mordecai's hands. Do you say anything to stop? Do you say that?
Don't kill him! Yeah, I say that.
Well, okay, so Mordecai casts that big ball of energy blast, and you tell him to stop it, and he just shoots it into the sky instead.
Great.
I mean, I didn't. You could have knocked him out of the fight. I just didn't want him to kill him.
Well, you say knock out. That's like non-lethal force. That's like when you
Oh.
bunk someone over the head with like your staff or something. And that's not Mordecai can't do that. He's a wizard.
This guy can't do shit. That's
You
all I
can't even
gotta
do it
say.
as a cleric. Don't be giving him shit. Stop talking crap about Mordecai, all right?
He's paralyzed right now. He can't do
You
anything.
know that's pretty much Robbie's PC, right?
Yes.
Okay, Strahd's up. He's going to do that strength saving throw to get free.
Okay, DC 17.
Roll a 17 plus above. I don't. So he passes.
So he yeah. I mean, describe it.
So where's Strahd in your mouth as you bite down on him? Is he
He's like on my tongue.
at the edge, like
He's like on the middle of my tongue.
Okay, so you feel him moving around, and he moves his bottom feet to where the T-Rex's jaws are at, and then you feel him start to push up on the top teeth, and he just pushes it open, and he jumps right out and falls to the ground, landing on his feet.
Bastard.
So I take it that's his action, Matt?
If the target is medium grappled. Correct.
So as Strahd jumps out, these bats start swarming back around him and just starts creating this screeching death sound. Chuck, where are you standing at?
The same spot I was standing at when we started this fight. I think I was standing up on the... Wasn't there like... I never really moved from the table area, so... When that got like destroyed, I was just like right there. Center of the room, I guess. Just showing how bad of a cleric I am, I realized that I probably could have done something after Mordenkainen off to Teddy, but eh.
Okay, so you're in the center of the room?
Yeah.
So these bats start swarming around Strahd. Need Gunny, T-Rex, and Tolkien to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
I got a 22.
Whoa.
You pass. You take 6 damage, though.
Gunny got a 6.
Take 11 damage.
I will make a Constitution saving throw to see if I hold person on
Same
Teddy.
here. Ooh, I got an 8.
And I got a 16.
I think I'm going to use my inspiration.
I'm sorry, Matt.
About what?
Got to call it before.
Yeah.
Actual inspiration?
Lame.
The Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, you can use that. Yeah, you can use your Bardic Inspiration if you haven't used it. So you do have that D6 Bardic Inspiration, but you do still have that negative D6. So it's going to be like plus D6 and minus the D6.
Yeah, I'll just hold off then. So yeah, I'll just let the T-Rex fall off.
Gunny, you are up now. You just got turned back into your wizard self. Strahd is in front of you, and Teddy Bear is to your right. And behind you is Tolkien, and behind there is Mordecai. And off to your right, behind some cover, is your brother Hogan. What do you do?
How far away is Hogan?
I'm going to say about 25 feet. He's behind some cover. It's kind of hard for you to see right now.
Hey, Robbie. You can... So if Teddy's... Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but like if Teddy's turn is before...
Yes, thank you,
Matt,
Chuck.
he can make a wisdom saving throw. Did you roll that?
I have not, thank you. I got so much going on in front of me.
So he could break out of the control?
Yeah, I don't think he'll get to do anything if he does it right now.
He
but I'll
doesn't,
see.
but it says it's at the end of its turn.
Okay.
So
we got an 18.
he breaks out of it.
So that's his turn, and now it's Gunny's turn.
So I'm basically surrounded by the bad guys, and everybody else is a little bit far away. Am I wrong?
Behind you, I'm going to say 5 feet is your grandfather Tolkien, and then about 10 feet back from there is Morden Cadence. So you're up there with your grandfather.
All right, well, I have no intention of being in the front lines here. So I'm going to Misty Step to Hogan. I can do up to 30 feet. You said he was 25 away. So I'm just going to poof. I'm gonna poof from a T-Rex down to a elf, and then I'm going to poof from an elf to a puff of smoke as I disappear and reappear by Hogan. And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Witch Bolt as a level 4 spell slot on Strahd.
Ooh.
And I'm going to go ahead and use Inspiration. I haven't rolled yet. All right, so I'm rolling 2d20. I got a 2 and an 18. So 18 plus 7 is a 25.
That's a hit.
All righty, a Latched Witch Bolt does 40-12.
Damn.
And I got a 30.
Boom.
Nice.
And, yeah, you guys have seen this before when Gunny busts out her lightning. This is where my eyes start to go crazy, like lightning kind of sparking off around me, and yeah, it's go time. And then I'll pass turn.
Tolkien. You got 10 feet in front of you is Strahd, and forward to your left is Teddy Bear that just got out of the hold person. What do you do?
All right. And so how close is Strahd again? I'm sorry.
10 feet away from you.
They're both within 10 feet?
Yes.
No. Oh, I'm going to call out my spirit guardians, I think. Yeah, I'm going to call out the boys. And I'm going to do it at a 4th level spell. I think I have a... Let me just double check and see if I've got one available. A Channel Divinity that I'm going to use as well to do max damage so I can channel my divine energy to fuel the magical effects of this. Let's see here.
Hey, let me add this in real quick.
Yep.
Because I think we forgot about Matt's Semnatic Static.
Oh, yep.
So, Matt, the 26, it won't matter what you roll on that for a D6, you're still going to hit him. But go ahead, since it's the end of your turn, go ahead and give me that intelligence saving throw to see if you still have these muddled thoughts.
I got a 13 plus 4, 17.
You no longer have muddled thoughts.
Yay.
Go ahead, Tolkien, you're up.
So yeah, I'm going to do Spirit Guardians. I'm casting it as a 4th level spell slot. So both Teddy and I believe they're both going to be, both Strahd and Teddy are going to be within range of this.
Is that wisdom?
It's a wisdom saving throw, yeah, 15. And I'm doing my Channel Divinity, so it's going to be max damage.
Strahd fails, but we'll use...
God.
Yeah, he'll pass, and then Teddy Bear passes as well.
Still
so
half of max damage.
4d8, so what is that? That's 32, right? So Strahd passes, so they both get 16 damage. Radiant damage. And you just see my boys. They come in. Walkers, shooting the tennis balls off of their canes as machine guns.
Okay, so you tell Mordecai not to hit your son, and then you go and hit your son.
Classic.
I didn't want to kill him. I feel like I can whittle him down a little bit, and I thought he was going to nuke him, dude. And that's what I'm thinking. Do I need to roll for my muddled thoughts?
Yes, go ahead.
And that's a intelligence. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
16. Is that enough?
That is a fail.
That's a fail? 16's a fail?
Strahd's no joke.
So I guess I just my concentrate, or what does that do again?
It doesn't happen anything right now because you're still concentrating. You haven't been hit to drop your concentration.
Okay.
So you're still fine in concentrating. It's not like you're dropping your concentration. But when you call in your boys, again, it does that thing of what you've seen before, as in your old veteran friends are there, 3 of them circling around, and you see one just take a grenade and throw it at Strahd, and it explodes right next to his face. And as Strahd turns his face back toward everybody, his bottom jaw is missing. And Strahd's tongue is just dangling there because his bottom jaw is missing. And then Strahd moves his hands over to his jaw and starts massaging it as his jaw heals and it comes back.
Yikes.
Gross.
Hogan, you're up.
All right. It's family circle time here, man. I see my sister with the witch bolt. I see Gramps with the old men launching tennis balls, and I just fly right over the barrier that I was hiding behind in a swirling blade of flame. And my first attack will be a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
My second attack will be a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
My first attack will do 10 slashing damage and 10 fire damage. And I'm not content to just swing twice. It is time for an action surge. And I'm just going to keep on swinging. A 9 to hit. I'm going to figure that one doesn't work out. And a 12 to hit.
You're going to keep on swinging. You're going to keep on missing.
Yep. Just giving it my everything and rolling nothing but 2s and 5s over here.
This is what it is. Hogan is just a man that does great under pressure of having like muddled thoughts of like swinging his sword under muddled thoughts and just connecting left and right. And just the same thing as you fought those 3 hags in the windmill, you weren't able to focus very well and missing there. And now you get the muddled thoughts and you're connecting left and right. But now the muddled thoughts are gone and now you're missing again.
Come on, Hogan. Be the savage. Be the rage springer. I think to myself. I got nothing else. I got nothing fancy to do with a bonus action over here. But I guess I'll be tanking Strahd face to face, which is probably a bad idea, but we'll see.
Mano y mano.
You know, I'm going to blame my sister for all the electricity and my grandpa for all the glowing tennis balls. It's hard to see. It's really hard to see up here.
Morton Cadence is going to cast Sleep on Teddy Bear.
That's useful. I like that.
And I believe it's just an HP roll, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
5d8. Teddy Bear falls asleep.
Nice.
Strahd up. So he has those bats circling around him. And the only 2 people that are currently next to him are Hogan and Tolkien. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
4.
Strahd needs to make a wisdom saving throw, too. Yeah.
4 for Hogan.
You fail?
17.
You pass? You take 2 damage, Chuck. I for a 2d10, I rolled 3. So,
wow.
Hogan takes 3 damage. Chuck, you take 2 damage.
And my concentration is still up. I rolled another 17.
Okay, you gotta let me know now before if you're gonna do max damage or not before I tell you the outcome of this.
Outcome of what? What do you mean?
Strahd fails.
Oh, I'll just do normal damage right now.
Yeah, I feel that's fair because I told you I failed. So,
so
what's that damage?
It's 4. Let me pull it up here. It is not a very good roll. 16 damage. Exactly half.
Strahd is gonna walk over to Tolkien and grapple you. Give me a strength contest, please.
Ooh, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, go ahead and swing.
Not like I'm going to hit, but... Hey, there we go. That's a 16 plus 7, 23.
That's a hit.
Okay, hold on. Thank God I am a great sword master because I just rolled snake eyes on that attack. So I'm going to reroll both the ones. And I'm going to stick with 13 slashing damage and 7 fire damage.
Check, what'd you roll for your strength contest?
Oh, I rolled a... Come on. An 11.
You beat 18.
Not very good. I'm an old man.
Strahd, after Strahd comes over and grapples you, is going to bite you.
Oh.
19.
Oh, is this going against my armor class? That's a miss.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big ass metal collar on that
Yeah.
costume there.
Okay, Gunny, you're up. Strahd is grappling your grandfather.
I'll just shout, "He's biting me! He's biting me!"
Brutal. Yeah, well, more Witch Bolt. Another 40-12. This time it will be 23 damage.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm kind of in cover because I had zoomed over to where Hogan was, so I'm kind of in, like, pretty well hidden. I mean, for being a big ball of shooting lightning. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
At least half cover.
Right.
Like your arms are over the wall.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you could probably see me, but yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna stay out of the fray and have my lightning in the fray.
Okay. Now for Teddy Bear, when he's asleep, does he get to do anything to try to see if he wakes up? Do you guys know off the top of your head?
I think he has to be damaged or jostled or something.
Okay. Tolkien, you're up.
I'm being grappled, right?
Being grappled.
I guess I gotta make a strength saving throw to get out of this.
You didn't give yourself any, like, Misty Step?
No, dude. 17 plus 3, 20.
That's good.
You are free.
Yeah, old man strength.
Damn right, I'm free. I'm going to, So that was my action. Nothing special here. I'm going to do a healing word bonus action on myself. Just to heal up just a little bit. And I heal myself for 5 health.
Wow.
Hogan, what you got?
I am going to, especially now that Grandpa has been able to disengage, I will re-engage with Strahd and attack once with my sword. That's a 3 plus 7, that's a 10. And attack again with my sword, and that is an 8 plus 7, that's a 15.
As a miss.
I'm just going to keep swinging my sword as he just teleports around, basically.
Hit the showers, kid. You're off the team.
That plus 7 you think would do it for me. But it's not happening. Yeah, that's my turn. I'm just up in his face, missing constantly.
Maybe too much rage going on there?
Maybe too much rage, yeah.
So Mordecaidan charges up this big fireball in his hands, and he just taps his foot on the ground and floats into the air as he twirls his body. He floats about 20 feet high into the air and then throws down this fireball right behind Strahd, and the waves come off this fireball and just engulf the entire area, and all this wood and debris starts flying everywhere, catching on fire, and this wave of fire comes up behind Strahd and up his back as Strahd gets burned.
He got burned.
Bird up.
He got burned. This isn't going to hit me and Hogan? Like Tolkien and Hogan?
No, he threw the fireball behind you guys, and you guys are kind of in front of Strahd.
He's kind of pretty good at being a wizard.
I'll nod in approval, like, all right.
So Strahd is up. Strahd is going to attempt to grapple Hogan.
Quick question: Is it time for the Warriors of Light first? Chuck, is your spell still up?
Yeah, he's got it. My spell's still up. Yeah,
It's at the beginning of his turn.
it's a start of your turn, Strahd. It's Robbie.
18.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a pass. I'm just doing normal damage here.
Half
See
damage.
what I get. Ooh, it's a good roll. 20 radiant damage.
So he'll take 10.
Correct.
And so a strength contest with me, or
Yes, but first he's going to do those bats again. Give me a wisdom saving throw, Token and Hogan, please.
12.
Wait, are the bats entering the area? The wisdom saving throw? Is that what you said? Wisdom?
Yes, wisdom. These bats aren't like, if you ever like try to target them, like hit them, then just more show up. So
I rolled a 12.
Me too.
you both take 16 points of these bats screeching, and it just reminds you of thousands and thousands of people that Strahd has murdered as these bats are screeching around you guys. You take 16 points of damage.
Outrams.
Strahd's going to come over and try to grapple Hogan.
Bring it.
18.
17 plus 7. That's a 24.
Woo!
Ooh. And I held my concentration from those little bats. I got a 22.
Not today, Strahd.
Strahd has these legendary action points. That's how I'm going to do some extra stuff here. He's going to go ahead and swipe at Hogan. That's a 16
Hits.
plus 9.
Hits pretty good.
Yep. Take 4 points of damage and 14 points of nocturnal damage.
What's nocturnal?
Necrotic.
Necrotic. Why do I keep saying?
You're going to fall
man.
asleep here, and you're going to like it.
Right?
I'm down to 22 hit points. I'm dropping really fast here all of a sudden.
Then after that, you are surprised that Strahd is kind of moves back from your view, like in the shadows of where you kind of raise your sword thinking that you're going to get an attack of opportunity, but you are not able to as Strahd starts backing away and going into the darkness, and he starts moving 30 feet away from you guys.
Is that so? It's actually 15. Wait, did he pass this last thing? No, if he passed, he's good. Never mind.
Gunny, you're up. I'm going to say that Strahd is about 50 feet away from you.
Let me make sure which bolt can still stay attached at that far away. 1 sec. So it's 30 feet. So he ran away?
Strahd doesn't run away. He is getting a better advantage position 30 feet away from you guys.
Okay. I'll move. Let's see. So I was already 25 feet away. So I have to move 25 or 20 feet toward him. So now I'm 30 feet away. And then I'm going to cast on him Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
What kind of saving throw is that?
Strength.
14.
He had to beat a 15. So the light goes out in Gunny's eyes as the spell, the lightning spell kind of goes away. But she calmly walks forward in the heat of battle, and she holds her fist or her hand out, just like open palm, and then looks at Strahd, and then makes a crushing motion with her hand, and out of the ground, a huge fist comes out and crushes Strahd around him. So he's restrained. He takes 10 damage, and he's grappled and restrained. That's my turn.
Oh shit! It sounds as he might be out of legendary actions over there if he's not just ducking out of that.
Tolkien, you're up.
How far away is Strahd?
He's about 35 feet away from you. But if you do your 30 feet, you can still...
I'll hold Ismark's rapier in the air, and I'll say, charge! And I'll run over towards Strahd, and I'll poke him in the face with the sword and have him into the area of my spirit guardians.
I'll give you advantage on these rolls.
Advantage on the attack?
Yes.
My first roll is a 22. I think that's good enough. We'll see if I crit on that. Oh, I crit! Dude, yeah! I crit! You want to see it?
I mean, you can just hold up any. Oh, okay. All right, sure.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
Save it a sandwich.
No. 13 and 14.
Big damage here.
I rolled
turn.
an 8 and a 6 plus 4, so that's 18 damage.
Wow.
With Ismark's sword in the face.
No, that's good.
Shame on me for giving you advantage on this. You know, it's...
Well, he's restrained. I mean, I think that's technically.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
even the
that's
rule.
true. He does get
That's
That's
advantage.
like a literal
anyways.
rule.
Yeah. Yeah,
His
that's
little
true.
head's
Would have happened
popping up
anyways.
through the knuckles of the fists, you know?
Oh, man. Yeah. You know what? It's close enough. Describe your kill.
His mouth is open and he's struggling, and I just go straight through the throat, just like the zombie kill.
Yeah, and as you stab through the throat, you feel the weight of his full body coming down as he collapses and the sword goes down to the ground as Strahd collapses. The way I've been describing everything to you guys, these planes, they're like kind of like paper. And Strahd's body kind of turns into this origami. The arm of Strahd just folds in, and then another piece of arm folds in as he begins to look like this origami that's being reverse made as it starts folding into like an even smaller piece of paper and folding in even more to a smaller piece of paper until you just see a ball of light. And that ball of light just takes off and it goes down to the south.
We've got to follow Strahd to his tomb.
Let's move. Mordenkainen, what does this mean?
Wait. What about our mom? Where's our mom? And
And
what
Dad?
about Dad? Actually, let's carry him. Is he still asleep?
Still asleep.
And our mounts are here, right? Like we're gonna take our mounts to Ravenloft.
Your mounts are still tied up at the beginning of the
Okay. I have confidence in my magical rope. Hands tied, feet tied, throw him over the back of my horse. Giddy up. Let's go.
Okay, you guys are like in the business area, the water factories. You guys start heading down south. That's where the business buildings start. That's where all your mounts are at. You tie Teddy Bear up onto the back of your mount, and Mordecai, he's cast fly on himself, then uses his hands to be like Iron Man and starts floating down to the south of where that spirit thing went. And you guys get to the Alpsea, and then you still circle around in search of this light wisp. And you guys come back down to the mine, and the next stop is your house. And as you guys start traveling along the road back to your house, as you start getting closer to the area around your house, you can see off in the distance a misty sheet of a glass wall, like the one you experienced at the end of episode 2. It has grown. It's now a huge dome covering a large area, and now has grown in size and covering the area around your house and property. This is the dome that turns you back into your earthly body. And as you guys come up to the misty sheet fragmented glass wall, Mordecai stops there.
You can't come with us, can you?
He holds his hand up to the misty glass wall and just kind of rubs his hand around there, and he turns to you and shakes his head. No, he cannot travel through there.
What do? We have to get rid of Strahd forever.
We have to have permission. Strahd's permission to pass through the plains. Or at least for our heroes to pass through the plains. But maybe we gotta do this one on our own.
You guys have already had the permission. If Strahd has been knocked out, he can't remove the permission that he has given you.
But don't we want to kill Strahd forever?
You do that in here. You kill him
Oh.
forever in here.
Oh, good. I was worried we'd lose our powers when
Yeah,
we crossed through.
Yeah,
like we
won't
did
we lose our
before.
powers?
Sounds like no with Strahd dead.
I think we will.
Mordecai looks on the ground and kicks a stone and looks up at you guys. You will lose your powers.
So you think we can defeat Strahd when we're in there?
I see everything you have accomplished.
And we've already learned he's in his tomb, right? Like, that was something he told us, right? That's not just...
Yes, Strahd is in his tomb.
Yeah. He's just in his tomb. All we gotta do is, one wood stake through the old tigger.
Well, I guess I will... I don't know. I think I would hug Mordenkainen. I think Gunny goes and hugs Mordenkainen.
Yeah, it's kind of, as you start approaching Mordenkainen, he does this awkward hand move, like where he thinks like you're shaking hands, but like he doesn't know whether to shake or hug you guys. So as he sees you start going into for a hug, he hugs you back.
Got a little dad vibe going on with Mordenkainen. I dig him.
If we go in there and we destroy Strahd, will Dad be able to be here forever? Able to live a second life? Able to live out his fantasies?
Possibly, but if, based upon his diary, he was already losing his mind and becoming more of a teddy bear than he was a Theodore. So you guys are kind of over there and you're looking at your dad on the back of the horse. He's still in a deep sleep. And Mordenkainen comes up to you guys and has a book out and he's flipping through pages and then he closes the book as it closes shut. And he says to you guys, I've just read that when Strahd will be killed, that your father will turn back into his normal self. There will be no more vampire spawn. They will get turned back into their self.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Let's kill Strahd. Let's save Mom. And let's save Dad. And I walk into the wall. The misty wall.
Yep. I follow. Resolute. Ready to get it done. I'm in.
Before I step through the wall, I guess Teddy's on the ground. I'll kneel down and give him a kiss on the forehead and say, I love you, my boy. See you soon. And,
Before you walk through, Mordenkainen will try to shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand. Sorry for giving you crap back there. You did well.
Mordenkainen will nod at you.
Got any potions? Beat the shit here.
Oh yeah, actually that's a good point. Yeah, if I need to worry about hit points, I would like to take care of that. If I don't need to, we can just continue on with the story.
Chuck, I assume Token goes through.
Yeah, I'll end up going through if unless he was going to say something.
Mordenkainen just nods at you. As you guys go through the misty wall and come out the other side, as William, Tom, and Lila. And Lila, in your hand, you have that gold paper that Mordenkainen gave you. It's rolled up.
I was ready, Robbie. I had it in my inventory. I know that I have the gold paper. I knew when the fight was about to end. I was like, all right, here comes Robbie's, like, I have to know something right now. I knew it. I was looking through my
Great
notes.
job, Matt. Great job. Take a point of inspiration.
Whatever.
Right. So it's rolled up with a red ribbon tied around it to keep it closed. The gold paper is now normal parchment. You open it to find a clean wood stake. And on the parchment, you would recognize the writing as a spell scroll. And the spell is Speak to Animals. And as you guys are there and you're looking at this spell scroll, the weather here starts to worsen. Heavy rain starts to fall as lightning routinely strikes, creating a random spiderweb pattern in the sky that makes everything shudder. As lightning strikes, you guys can see better where you are. You are in the front courtyard of a castle, Castle Ravenloft, the home of the vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich. Thick, cold fog swirls in this courtyard. Sporadic flashes of lightning lance the weeping clouds overhead as lightning shakes the ground below as if it was shivering. Through the drizzle, you see 2 torch flames fluttering on each side of the castle entrance. 2 ornate doors, one slightly open, as warm light spills out that opening, flooding the courtyard to the very bottom of your feet. As you look in that small opening into the castle, you all see Lars, the family cat, and you see the muscle and bone in its back leg, like if it had no skin.
Lars, what happened to you? I remember seeing Lars at the very, very beginning, seeing it in the same undead way.
Yep, I'm going to read Madame Eva, the last thing that you guys are doing down. Your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. Look for the wizard's companion. Let the wizard's name and servant guide you to which you seek.
Matt, how about we talk to this animal?
Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. I'm going to, real world, try to cast this spell scroll.
What's that look like for Lila to read a spell scroll and start reading in the plane of dread?
Yeah, I would imagine it's in a language like English-ish, like letters, but not in English language. So I'm like really trying to spell it out, but with no actual knowledge of like. It'd be like if you're trying to read a different language, like while it's the ABCs, like it's gonna sound terrible and just really slow and purposeful in your letters, and just like hoping that it's more of like what I'm saying rather than the way I'm saying it, because I'm sure I'm butchering it.
Okay. Yeah, and as you start reading this and you guys are all starting to walk forward, and you guys come within 10 feet of the entry, the doors fully open by themselves, and Lars greets you with a meow and begins curling around the once wizard's Lila's legs. And inside you guys see a grand hall with a vaulted entry foyer, and overhead you see 4 dragons glaring down, their eyes flickering in the torchlight. So Matt, you cast this spell?
Yep.
So the way that I picture anything like this, it's you can read Lars's body language as he's like doing whatever. Now I'll describe that stuff to you as we go on. So Lars is there and curling around your leg, and you can tell that it is speaking as it's meowing, that it's just saying, "I love you. Oh my goodness, I've missed you. I want to get into a warm bed, and I just want to sleep on your head as we sleep in a bed together. I just can't wait. Where have you been? I've been in this dreaded place trying to search for you. Where have you been?"
Is Lila, you're the only one that can understand it right now?
Yeah, so I'll kind of just relay and say, he missed us and he's been scared. Yeah, I'll try to talk to him and say, have you seen a bright white light that passed by here at any time?
Lars kind of tilts his head to the side and like moves his eyes around, as in he has seen a lot of weird things traveling through this castle here.
Ask him about a tomb or like a basement or a crypt or a graveyard or something.
Lila nods at her brother and says, have you seen like a crypt or like a really scary tomb? Or like, is there a basement area or anything like that?
Yeah, Lars kind of backs away from you a little bit, turns his back towards you and rubs on the wall or something, like twitches his tail, and he looks at you as in a sign of saying, "Yeah, I've known this castle because I was looking for you this entire time. I've been looking through this entire castle for you. I know it, but I don't want to go there. I want to go home."
We can go home after we do this, buddy. I promise. And I like rub him between his ears, and I say, Please just take us there, and then we can go home after, I promise.
Lars moves forward and goes and walks through into the next room.
We follow carefully.
You guys enter into the great entryway. Cobwebs stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceilings of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches. The torches cast old shadows across the face of 8 stone gargoyles, sitting motionless on the rim of a domed ceiling. Cracked and fading ceiling paint are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand closed to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors. And Lars goes and moves next to the North Gordon doors and meows, "This way."
I think we keep following.
Yeah, carefully and quietly. I'll do a shh.
You guys open the doors and go into this room. It's called the Hall of Faith. This is a grand hall, is choked with dust and stretches into darkness ahead. Webs hang from the arched ceiling like drapes, and life-size statues of knights line the hallway on both sides, their eyes seemingly to watch you. The hall is 10 feet wide to your guys' left and right, and 35 feet long. And at the other end, into the darkness, you can see 3 animated brooms sweeping in a line coming your way. And you see Lars go over and it jumps on top of one of the life-size statues and gets off the ground. What do you guys do as these brooms are coming and sweeping the floor and heading toward your direction?
Jump! So I saw the cat get off the ground, and I'm assuming, like a Roomba, which isn't a thing that exists yet, if you're on the ground, you might be dirt. So I would try to jump up on one of those pedestals and share some floor space with the statue.
Okay, roll your D20 plus your D4.
Although now that I'm on this thing with the statue, like maybe the statue is the thing that's going to kill
yeah,
me.
as it's dead.
A 4. 2 plus 2.
What does Gunny and Tolkien do? You guys just stand around?
I was thinking the same thing as well.
No, I want to do the same.
All right, roll your D20 and D4.
I crit. I got a 20 plus the 4.
Well,
I rolled a
double
perfect
crit.
roll.
Doesn't get better than that.
Okay, with the crit, I'm just going to say you guys are all successful. So, William just goes up there and just grabs one of the suit of armor. Instead of climbing on top of it, it just knocks it down. And then as these brooms are coming and sweeping, they feel this suit of armor and just start banging on the suit of armor and fighting with this empty suit of armor. And you guys see Lars jump over the armor and run down the hallway.
Yeah, run away from that shit.
Just like I planned it.
They're focused on the armor. Get out of here.
As you guys travel down the hall, Lars takes a sharp right, walking right through the wall.
Touch the wall he walked through.
You touch the wall and you don't feel anything. Your hand goes right through it.
Put my face through it.
Haha.
Stick your face through it. It is an invisible wall.
Yeah, I put my hand backwards and I wave everyone through as I go through myself.
So this room has a spiraling staircase that leads up or down around a 20 feet wide stone corner. Cobwebs fill the staircase, making it difficult to see even the ceiling. Heavy beams sag overhead from centuries of supporting weight. And Lars stays along the right side of the wall, traveling down into the darkness.
Hug that wall, go down.
As you guys come down to the next floor, you can hear a woman with a crackly voice. "Kitty, kitty, Yeah, kitty, kitty. You guys are still in the stairway. The room next to you, you can see a shadow of a woman with a long, curvy nose, wearing a pointed hat on her head. And you guys can see Lars look at you with big, shocking eyes and takes off quietly down to the next floor. Give me some stealth rolls, please.
Lars is smart, man. Lars knows what's up.
Oh shit.
I got a 6 plus 3. That's a 9.
I rolled.
I got an 8 plus 3, 11.
So I had an awesome roll last time, the best I could do, and this is the worst I could do.
1-1?
A 1-1.
Yikes.
I'm just like one of the tennis balls, like the little prongs, like poked through my cane, and it's just like tapping on the floor. Tap 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 tap.
I'm assuming, too, you're not doing too well on steps. William might have forgotten how bad he is on steps as he comes over here and starts tripping and slipping. You guys hear this crackly voice go, "What? What was that? Was that you, kitty?" And the shadow that you guys see in the room starts to get smaller as you can tell that she is walking to that entrance into the stairwell that you guys are in.
All right, I got 2 questions. One, how far is the cat from us? Like, is the cat getting away?
Yes.
Okay, and my second question would be, like, could we just hide by the doorway and be perfectly still and quiet and not be seen? But it sounds like we should just run to the cat.
Yeah, so if you want to try to find a place to hide, you're in a stairwell, like a spiraling stairwell that's going down, and there is no place for you to hide here. So the noise that she heard was in the room that you guys are in, so you would assume that she's going to come in and investigate where you guys are at.
Yeah, then just catch up to the cat.
Yeah, and so this spiraling staircase spirals downward, so I'm assuming Gunny's further ahead of long than you guys, staying with Lars. But if you guys have to stay close together because you would lose line of sight of each other in a spiraling staircase.
Yep, we'll I guess we're making some noise here, or Gramps.
Yeah, and as you guys start going down the spiraling staircase even further, as you can hear that this witch is following you guys. You guys come down into the next room. Very deep beneath the keep of Castle Ravenloft lie ancient catacombs, with arched ceilings supported by wide, hollow columns that double as crypts. This room is large, roughly 110 feet by 180. There are several pillars that support the 20 feet high ceiling. Cobwebs hang limb in the musty air. The black ceiling above you is moving. A thick fog clings to the floor, which is covered in rotten waste and bat guano. You guys see Lars take off running as fast as you have ever seen this cat run to an open door to the right.
A dash.
Give me another set of D20s with your D4.
Finally, a decent roll. 11 plus 4, 15. Uh-oh, Chuck. Double ones again?
I rolled a 1 on my D20 and then a 4. I just can't walk. Like, I just don't.
I got a 6 total.
Yikes.
I like get to the bottom of the steps and I just trip. I just face plant, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you're slipping on this rotten waste and bat guano. You got bat shit all over you now. And as you trip and fall, this ceiling that is above you guys that is moving, you see a bunch of red eyes all glaring at you guys. And this entire ceiling, as I have said, is 110 feet by 180. And the entire ceiling of this place is bats, as these red eyes are all staring at you guys. Probably millions of bats. You guys hear Lars on the other side meowing frantically for you guys to get over there. Give me another D20 roll with your D4 to get moving over there.
Are these doing anything?
Oh, I did worse. I got a 7 that time.
6 plus 3, 9.
I got a 17 plus 3, 20.
These are doing stuff, Matt. You got a witch following you. Now you got a whole bunch of bats following you.
I don't know.
I'm just going to shout to my granddaughter, like, go, finish the job.
You guys all get to the door.
Oh, do we?
Pulling Grandpa with us. Come on, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
As you guys come into the room, you see Lars. Lila, you see Lars just frantically meowing and moving his head to the side, like, close the door, close the door.
I would imagine we do that.
We try and barricade it, too, if we can with something, right? Is there anything in this room we could put against the door?
Yeah, so you guys get the door closed, but you can still hear the bats trying to get in. And you can hear a wicked voice going, getting louder, coming closer to the door. And you guys turn around, and you find yourself in Strahd's tomb. Black marble steps descend to a dark tomb that has a vaulted ceiling 30 feet overhead. The incense of evil permeates the very air. The smell of freshly turned earth is here. Settled into the dirt on the floor is a shiny black coffin of finely waxed wood. The coffin's fittings are of brilliant brass, and the lid is closed.
This.
Yeah, I run
Looks
over
like
and
it.
start trying to open it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hogan too.
let's move.
Or Thomas too.
Nice try. You wish.
I know. I got that Hogan muscles. I summon Thomas. Summons all of his Hogan might.
Gunny's helping, but even Gunny / Lila wouldn't. Neither is probably much good for strength, but I'll try.
Yeah, so as you guys leave the door, you can hear the bats flying into this thin wooden door and the crackling laugh of a witch coming even closer. It's only a matter of time before they get in. You go over to the tomb and you guys start lifting up the top of the casket, and you see Strahd von Zarovich there sleeping.
I'll do it.
I have that. Well, I have the stake that was in that golden thing.
I reach out my hand for it.
Oh yeah, I'll hand it over.
I'll do this. I should do this.
Okay, brother.
I grab it with 2 hands. I line it up, and I close my eyes. I breathe in real deep, and I just drop them as hard as I possibly can, like when I'm chopping wood on the farm.
Yeah, so when you go above Strahd, lifting the stake above his body, Strahd opens his eyes. As you start thrusting downward, he catches it. Let's roll initiative.
What? Does the D4 count on, or no D4 on this?
Sure. D4 and everything, that works.
I got a 22.
I got 18.
Thomas got a 12.
So Thomas has the stake in 2 hands, and he's thrusting it downward, and Strahd opens his eyes up and catches it mid-air. Strahd's arms are about bent at like 50%, and he is slowly lifting your arms up as he has a small grin and says, "Welcome." Lila, you're up.
Well, so, I mean, under the assumption I don't have spells, items, abilities, or anything, I kind of just want to distract him as much as I can. So I think I'm gonna try to like just punch his eyes. I'm gonna go straight for his eyeballs and probably scratch actually. Do you want me to roll to hit? I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have advantage. He's laying there down prone, so go ahead and roll with advantage.
I got, well, so I would not add anything, I guess, other than my D4 because I don't have any strength actually or anything. I rolled an 18 though.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay. Oh, unarmed combat is just 1 damage. I don't roll for damage.
Okay, you do 1 point of damage to Strahd's 200 plus HP pool. William, what do you do?
I'm gonna dogpile on top of the stake and grab hold of it with Thomas. I forgot your name, Casey.
Yeah.
Forgot the name of my grandson.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and force that down with them into Strahd's heart. So I'm gonna put my arms around his and try and like force it into his chest.
Yeah, so William and Thomas are there holding it. Casey, I assume that you're still going to push down.
Yeah. Lila, we've got to work together.
I thought I was just, I'm talking as Matt. I could put my like 90-pound body onto the, I thought about that. Honestly, if I'm Strahd and both my hands are pushing up, I'm way more distracted by eyeball gouging, but I hear you, I'm trying.
So as William jumps on this stake coming down towards Strahd, Thomas, you can feel that Strahd has been pushing forward some. Give me a strength check, please, for William and Thomas.
Is this advantage, I guess, since he's prone?
Yeah, I was about to say, is this advantage because we're working together?
Sure, that worked.
Good, because my first roll, well, gosh, my first roll was a 7. My second roll was a 4.
My first was a 12 and my second was a 20.
Surprising to Thomas, you've felt Strahd's strength when you were Hogan. And surprisingly to you now, you guys are able to hold your ground and Strahd cannot push you off them. And Strahd's going to go as well, and he's going to try to push you guys, but I'm just going to say it's the same contest as where he's holding you. Lila, you're up.
All right. Obviously, eye gouging is ineffective, so I'm going to reach into my inventory that I think exists and take out the holy water? Question mark?
You don't have items.
I don't think we have anything.
Darn it.
Just jump on this stake with us.
If only you'd listened to our mom at the beginning of this story.
All right, I'll jump on... I mean, that was 4 months ago. I will jump on the stake as well then.
All right. You jump on the stake, and Thomas and William, you can feel it now as Thomas, Strahd was starting to push you off of him. But then William jumped on, and now the stake is staying still. And now you guys can feel it as Lila jumps her 90-pound body on there to push down, and the stakes starts descending.
Remember, when he's dead, we have to say the name of the game.
Oh, I've got it. I've got it in my notes.
What game is this?
Just push. Just push.
The stake slowly goes down as a look of fear comes across Strahd's face. The stake is now resting on his chest above his heart, and Strahd lets out a mighty roar. And the stake slowly penetrates Strahd's skin. And inch by inch, it slowly descends between rib bones. And as the stake sinks into Strahd's big heart, he goes paralyzed. And all that force and power of you three pushing down catapults down through the vampire and all the way through the bottom of the coffin.
Die! Dungeons and Dragons! Shoots and ladders! Like, should we just start
Strahd von Zarovich begins to turn into dust, slowly decaying from his feet forward. And you guys begin to hear and see a tornado effect happening in the room you're in. And this tornado begins at the top of the ceiling, working its way down to the ground. And the tornado effect is turning everything into like this paper mache thing that you have seen before with Strahd, as everything starts folding into itself and then turning into small particles of dust falling down into the ground and turning into nothing. And you guys are all standing on nothing. All you see is each other, and you guys can hear 2 sets of footsteps coming your way. And you look to see it's Tracy and Theodore holding hands, running to come hug you 3.
I get up and start running towards them.
Yeah.
Yep. Not if I can beat you there.
We did it. I think we did it.
Your mom and dad comes in, and you guys all hug and embrace. You guys start crying. Your dad says, I missed you guys so much. Oh my goodness, I missed you guys so much.
It's gone. The thrall is gone. You're not a vampire. And Mom, you're back.
No, I'm not a vampire. And your mom will say, yes, I'm back, baby, I'm back. And she starts kissing you on top of the head.
I look at the cat. Does the cat still look half undead?
The cat is no longer there, so you guys are just in a completely blackness. The only thing here are you 5, the Middlebury family, you 5. Everything else is black.
I'd like to think that the cat's a part of the family.
He's a minor character, but he's there.
I'm kidding.
After saying that in your head, that the cat is a part of the family, you hear a meow, and the cat was at your feet the whole time.
Oh, good. And is the cat still zombified?
It is not zombified. It is normal.
Lars, you're back to normal. And I pick up Lars and hug him.
This is probably the first time that Lars has let you pick him up.
Yeah.
After a time of embracing, you guys hear another set of footsteps coming your way. And you look to see Gary. And he doesn't look like you guys have normally seen, but you can tell that it's Gary Gygax. He looks younger. He is in a very fine fitted navy blue flannel suit. And he stays silent as he approaches you guys.
Gary, where are we?
We're in the metaverse between planes.
How do we get back home?
And can Mom and Dad come too? I need to know that.
He holds out a pizza parchment. He holds out
Pizza?
A pizza
parchment.
parchment.
Pizza
parchment.
It's a pizza
I'm gonna leave that
parchment.
in there now that you guys are joking about it. all my stutters I usually take out.
It's a
hands
pizza
out-
parchment.
Yeah. So he hands out a parchment and it's rolled up with a red ribbon wrapped and tied around it.
You always think of everything, don't you?
He'll nod, and you can tell that his eyes are really watered, and as a tear starts coming down his cheek, he wipes it away really quickly.
How long have you been here?
He'll look kind of down on the ground as he thinks, and he'll look up because the question of time doesn't really matter to a wizard, and it's an irrelevant question for him. And he'll say, "I've spent enough time here and enough time there, and I've spent."
Well,
What does the wizard say? I don't arrive on time. I arrive exactly when I want
Wizard
to.
is never late.
Yeah.
He arrives precisely when he means to. And William would know that because he's a Tolkien fan. It's in my character background. That's where my name comes from.
Gary will say that I've spent a perfect amount of time everywhere that I've wanted to.
Well, I don't know if our world is your world, but you're welcome to come back with us. We've got D&D there, and that's something. Although I don't know if I'll ever play it again. No offense.
So who took the parchment from him that he handed out to you guys?
Yeah, Lila will take it.
Okay, so you take it from his hand. You can add one parchment paper that is rolled up with a red ribbon tied around it into your inventory.
All right.
You should probably look at it because we're just in a black void.
Yeah, hopefully it's useful.
We could just stay here for like another half hour. Okay, so
Yeah, I'll go ahead and open it.
by the order of the Eight, we deemed it necessary for the Middlebury family to carry out its family values upon the world. And below is a spell scroll of Time Warp, and the date is already set to the morning of August 20th, 1984, the day Theodore passed. And Gary says to everyone, the spell will only affect those who are all connected by holding hands in a circle. I will need to stay. This is for you four could enjoy your life again. Unless anyone would like to stay with me. And he takes a couple steps backwards.
Of course, the grandpa will step forward with Gygax. I'm stuck here with this wizard.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I'll stay here so you guys can be a family again. Right? Because that's what he told me. It's only for 4 people, correct? The dad, the mom, and the 2 kids.
No.
Oh, did I misunderstand that?
If I said it's only for 4 people, then I've misspoken. It works for anyone that is holding hands in a circle.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I think we all hold hands then, right?
Throw it down in front of you and you can just read it off the ground.
Well, come on, Gary. Get in here with us.
Let's go, Gare. I'm sure you got family that would love to see you.
Let's go, Gare.
He will stay back and say that I will need to stay here.
Are you going to go protect the multiverse or something?
It is my duty to protect the multiverse with the 8.
Hey, I'm trying to remember something because this is perfect for my character. Guy, he told me something
Yes,
about
he did.
like dark powers.
Makes sense with your memory.
Yeah, it does.
You can have a very valuable point of inspiration now. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to hand those out.
I'm trying to remember what he said. I feel like he said that someone would have to take the place of Strahd or something like that.
I remember something like that too.
So it's not, if you pull out your paper that you wrote Dark Powers on, right?
Do I have that in this world? That's why I was kind of like, I don't know if I still have it.
I see. Yeah.
Because we don't like, that was on my D&D character inventory, so I didn't think we brought anything with us.
Okay. So you are thinking about the Dark Powers and it comes into your mind of the Dark Powers is what Strahd's curse is. And the Dark Powers will always need something to torture. And the Dark Powers will find a way to bring Strahd back if it doesn't have somebody else to torture.
This sucks.
Well, I don't know what we're doing about this now. I think it's
Sounds like
remind
Gary's-
them that.
Yeah, it sounds like Gary's problem.
yeah, that's Gary's problem.
Gygax. Maybe I'll tell my family, like, I'm going to stay with Gygax, but I'm not going to tell them why I'm staying. Because like if he's always like trying to come back, like he'll like this could just happen again. Am I saying that correctly, Robbie? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, and if anything, too, if you guys already defeated Strahd, but he will come back and he will affect other planes.
I'll tell my family like I'm gonna stay. I'm getting old and I won't be around for many more years. It's time for me to separate here and for you all to be a family and live out your lives together.
I just hug him. I don't say anything. I just hug him.
I'm proud of you, boy. You showed true grit.
Thanks. Couldn't have done it without you.
Maybe you can learn to be a real cleric here, with Gary, and maybe you can come visit us when you're powerful, and maybe you can become one of the 8, Grandpa. I think this could be great for you.
Yeah, maybe.
I hold on to his shoulders and I pat his chest and I say, William the Grey to William the White.
Yeah, I'll give everybody I'll tell Lila, like, I'm proud of her and just how she came out of her shell and stepped up back there and showed that she was a true wizard. And Tracy, I'll thank her for not turning us into me into a monkey, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
And then I'll tell my son that I love him again and give him a big hug.
I love you too, Dad.
And I'll just say, I'll see you all soon. I'll step back by Gygax.
So Lila, Tracy, Theodore, and Hogan, they all form a circle. Gary is standing to the side with William. The 4 that is in a circle all form hands, and the spell scroll gets put on the floor. You begin reading the scroll, and as you begin reading it, you guys are holding hands, and you start falling down into this tornado and you start seeing different planes of his, and like they're sheets of paper as you're traveling across the multiverse into different planes, and then finally you fall into this area of where you guys are at, of your world, your Earth, your plane, and you guys are all asleep. And you hear, Lila, you're laying in your bed. You hear that your father is awake. And he's starting to get ready to go to his ski trip. You have all your memories that you have. And you hear your father the same morning that you've heard probably a year ago that you ran through your mind several times. As then you've gotten up and made him breakfast that day that he traveled up north to a ski trip.
Yeah, there's zero way he's leaving this house. I mean, literally, I would do anything. But I'll start with just saying, Dad, I've got a really bad feeling about this. Please, will you please just stay here? We can hang out all weekend. I'll play Dungeons and Dragons with you. I'll play whatever you want. I want you to stay here this weekend. I know you want to go have fun, but maybe another weekend, okay?
Lila, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I have been planning this trip for over 6 months with friends of my work. It's going to help my career. It's going to help us greatly.
Dad, there's nothing you can do that would makes this okay. I need you to stay with me this weekend. Please, I'm having trouble at school. I really want to talk to you about it. And you have to stay, please.
Casey Thomas is starting to hear this ruckus in the kitchen and wakes up, and you have all your memories but it seems like your father does not have any of the memory that he has had that you guys just went through of this Dungeons and Dragons game. And Thomas is awake now.
So this time, Thomas wakes up. This time he gets out of bed and he goes downstairs and he joins his sister and just says, "Sorry, Dad, you don't understand, but I'll do anything to keep you home today. Dungeons and Dragons, anything you want to play."
Your father kind of chuckles and laughs some as you guys are starting to encourage him, and he's starting to feel bad about going on this ski trip as your mom walks around into the room kind of ignoring the situation because she does not remember anything as well. And Chuck, to William's surprise, he is here too. You're up walking around and in the room like you remember you were doing that morning your son left for a ski trip. But this time you're having these muddled thoughts again. And as you walk around your room and you look in the mirror and you automatically think at first to this muddled thought comes into your mind of destroy the mirror, throw something at it. What do you do?
I guess I punch the mirror with my fist to break it.
You punch the mirror and it cracks some, but it doesn't fall and shatter anywhere. Your knuckles get bloodied.
Keep punching it. Punch the shit out of it.
As you start punching it, you forget about these muddled thoughts because of your memory. Theodore will say, "What is that sound?" And he'll run to his father's room and look in there. Dad, what are you doing?"
I'll be at the door. "See, Dad, we can't go. We got to take Grandpa to the hospital or something. Look at his fist."
Your dad pulls out like a handkerchief out of his pocket and he starts wrapping it around his father's hands and ties it on there. And Chuck, another muddled thought comes to William, as in, punch your son.
Get off of me!
And as you do that, you just automatically forget of that muddled thought. You forget about it as well. And you keep having these evil thoughts come to your mind, as in doing this and doing that. But what I'm picturing with William's memory, these evil thoughts coming into your mind, you just forget about them.
I literally am like losing my memory, like dementia.
Yeah, so Theodore decides to stay because of all this family drama happening. And even like when you guys are sitting down for dinner, things are normal. You guys are all together. You guys are having a great time. For William, Chuck, it just comes every once in a while. You're having these muddled thoughts of say you're at dinner and you have a steak knife cutting the steak, and these muddled thoughts just come into your mind, as in stabbing your steak. But with your memory, you just automatically forget about them.
We trapped the Lord of Darkness into a dementia death spiral.
Oh, on purpose? Question mark? Meh.
That's it. So what do you guys do with the rest of your guys' life?
Be a better son.
Aw.
And actually play D&D, if
Yeah.
knowing that we go back and our dad doesn't know.
I was thinking the same thing. I would definitely be a Dungeons and Dragons fan moving forward and be a nerd and probably be a doctor. I think Lila would be a good doctor.
I think having the chance to do things again, Thomas is going to actually try out and do the things and join the teams that he always said he would have.
Yeah, so when your dad was there before, he actually already bought the house. And so you guys will move to Germany within a year. You guys will move there. And so you guys start again. You guys start fresh. But this time, when you live in Germany, you have your dad is there. Your dad is alive now because he didn't go on that ski trip with you. The only thing that's different is William, your grandfather, is acting a little bit more crazier. But these dark powers really don't seem to have that great of an effect on him because he's so forgetful. Chuck, what's the next 5 years like for William?
I'm trying to remember how old I was. It's pretty old. I think I just kind of same old man stuff. Go about my days, and I guess I'm kind of worried when I pass away. Like, what happens? You know?
The end times.
I think so if I know about like Strahd being trapped within my soul or whatever.
So it's not Strahd, it's the dark powers.
The dark powers.
They're even worse, believe it or not.
I wouldn't want my family to know that I did what I did just to do that. Like, yeah.
So we're wrapping up, and this is the end of the campaign, and you guys have gone on your 5 years as Lila is studying to become a doctor. Thomas is studying to be good at sports and being a good son. And William is having these muddled thoughts going about his old band days. And as you guys are in your family house in Germany, you guys all close your eyes and going to sleep at night. And then Lila and Thomas, you guys get woken up in your bed as you start hearing that sound again that you've heard before when Strahd shows up. Chuck, will you please do that sound again?
Boom, 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 boom.
And that's the end of the campaign.
Here's your reason to fright. I am the terror who's haunting your night. All it would take is a bite. Controlling a character hidden from sight. Playing a game with your life. Deep in the darkness, away from the light. A, B, or C, what's your type? Finding out soon it'll be your demise. My presence is ancient. The theme's diabolical. With all of this patience, my schemes are unstoppable. You may be my favorite. Escape isn't optional. There is no saviors. Defeat's only logical. I am in no rush. Quenching the bloodlust. From dawn till dusk, I'll silence the enemy. Hush. Here's your reason to fright. I am the terror who's haunting your night. All it would take is a bite. Controlling a character hidden from sight. Playing a game with your life. Deep in the darkness, away from the light. A, B, or C, what's your type? Finding out soon it'll be your demise. I come with a storm of never-ending darkness, full of rage. As heroic as you think you are, you all are prey. Doesn't matter if you pray, still maybe your day. Party up, let's play.
Is love more powerful than any magic? The power is a reminder of ancient times, strong enough to overcome a dark curse. From under the table comes sunlight, the focus on evil. A transformation begins, a contortment by death itself. Pink fills the words of my diary. I made it through dark times, it's inspiring. Now I terrorize societies, dealing damage in varieties. I am the land, a warrior when I fell alive. Theodore had a plan, but never planned I'd take as a wife. The undead on the rise, screams of agony delight. Cursed family invite, hoping you all stay the night. Here is your reason to fright. I am the terror who's haunting your night. All it would take is a bite. Controlling a character hidden from sight. Playing a game with your life. Deep in the darkness, away from the light. A, B, or C, what you type. Finding out soon it will be your demise.